Alright guys, what's up? Like I've been talking about, first oil change on the truck, just past 2,000 miles. And I gotta say I've done a lot of oil changes in my day, but this one is a bitch. This is the room they give you to get to this filter. Right here, just this little pocket. And you can see the filter. Maybe you can't, right there. So you gotta feed this in, and I like to pre-fill my filter so you know you don't get your turbo not having any oil for a significant amount of time because it's filling up the filter. So yep, Mopar filter, pain in the ass to get that off. What I would recommend, not this, I would not recommend this. I would get a socket style for a long 3/8 drive ratchet and just put it right on the bottom of the filter. It'll go right here on the old one. You can see where it's scuffing off. I would definitely get that. It's got about 10.5 quarts in it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and build some oil pressure. Alright, here we go. Like I said, just over 2,000 miles. Oil pressure 0. Man, look at that synthetic go. Right up there. Yep, stupid air is still there. Haven't got that fixed. Good 40 PSI. I'm gonna go ahead and pull her off some blocks I had in here. Let's get right there. So in a later video I'll talk about some tips and some stuff about synthetic and conventional. I know I've touched on it a little bit, but if you look at this oil pressure right here, 41, that's a good way you can check whether your dealership and other places are trying to scam you and actually putting in actual synthetic and not just saying they are. Because synthetic's a lot easier for the pump to flow, so it doesn't make as much pressure. That's something that a lot of people don't understand, that just because you have high oil pressure doesn't mean it's actually good for your engine. Synthetic flows easily, so time for the oil to get around your engine and get to the turbo is way faster. So actually I might as well touch on it now. How they can do this is your viscosity. See, if you see, it's 46 degrees out. So at operating temperature, the viscosity of these oils are the same, right? Because it's 5W40 and 1540. They both end in 40. But it's the difference between the 5 and the 15 is where you can see. So with 15W40, I've been recording it over the last month. Starting PSI at around 45 degrees Fahrenheit is about 52 PSI cold. So right now, yes, I'm obviously already at some temp because I like to do oil changes when it's warm. But one thing I'm really happy about that I just noticed, so this oil I just put in there, right? Look at it, it's already at 150 degrees, so it's matching the coolant, which I like, because when your coolant's at 200 degrees and your oil's still cold, like 120, well, the engine is expanding at different rates in different areas, so I'm sure it's very minimal, but I like to have the oil heat up just as fast as the coolant. It just helps with wear. It's better. It's just peace of mind for me. I mean, I'm sure it's not really that bad. I'm sure you can still get 1,000,000 miles, but I think if you look at it on paper, that's what it should do. Yeah, so first oil change, it was a pain in the ass. Look at your equipment beforehand. One big thing that I'll talk about real quick. Always look underneath your vehicle and make sure you're not getting any leaks. Got nothing? What I use, you're gonna see this plastic wrap right here. So when I fill them up, I'll pre-fill the filter about, I don't know, bottom of this M right here. Put the plastic wrap over top, and then when you feed it through that crack at an angle like this, the oil's not going to drain out. And also, when you're hitting all that stuff in there, this is not a clean area of the truck, you know what I mean? right here there could be a whole bunch of dirt and stuff, so that plastic wrap is just going to be a good defense to keep all that shit out of your engine. So like I said, I'll probably get an oil analysis after this engine, after this oil change, this next one. You see those few drops right there? That's just from the oil spilling out of the filter. What happened was this, when you got to feed it through this area, you got to turn it on the side, so obviously it drains, and there's, I don't know why, but they got a metal section underneath there. I would show you, but it's too dark. But it basically, all the oil is just caught in there. So when the truck starts up, it starts shaking, and then a few drops come out. But if you got a leak when you start this, like at your oil filter seal or at your drain plug, it's going to be a consistent leak, if not more rapid, because the oil is going to get thinner when it heats up. So I'll sit here and watch it for a bit, shut the truck off, go in there and clean all the oil up I can, and then and that's it. One other thing I like to, when you fill up the engine, right, all the oil is going to take the path of least resistance and go down to the pan. It hasn't been circulated yet, so after I start this, I'll go back in, make sure I'm checking it. Like I said, I filled it up on these blocks, so it wasn't level, so I'll check it again, just make sure it's right, and then that's it. Like I said, pain in the ass, but thanks for watching, guys.